Thanksgiving. By the time you see this, it's probably going to be a day after, or a couple days after, but happy Thanksgiving anyways. So today I just wanted to come show you guys that I have a Tacklewharehouse unboxing today. Whoa. Code red. Boom. The total I think was 182 bucks. So I just wanted to open it with you guys. Why not? First thing first, you get a little package saying, you know, everything you got, all the orders, the total, where they shipped it, blah, blah, blah. Boom. If you spend more than what is it, 150, I believe, you get a free t-shirt, Tacklewharehouse t-shirt. Feels like a basic material. I got a large. Smells fresh. Can't do a Tacklewharehouse unboxing with a free shirt without wearing the shirt, right? All right. Another thing, I just woke up, so. Boom. Sunline leader, 50 yards. It's like 10 bucks. What I heard about, because I mainly fish braid to leader. Depends on the bait, is depending on the length of the leader that I will use. I have found when I use really thin line, like recently I just dropped a 10-pound fluorocarbon and I was fishing 20-pound braid straight. Say I would catch one fish or two fish with that 20-pound braid straight, like on a crankbait. When I switched to that 10-pound fluorocarbon or 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, like with the braid, I found out that I got double the bites, maybe even triple the bites, triple the fish. Especially if you're fishing at a pressured pond, pressured lake, anywhere that's pressured and everybody is out there catching the fish and the fish are getting real finicky, you definitely want to drop your line. And especially if the water is a little clear, like not even like a foot still, like if it's a foot visibility, you still want to use that leader or drop down to that thinner line. I heard this leader is actually really strong. Now for a main line, it has some bad reviews, but for a leader, you can't beat this. And by the way, I will leave a link in the description to all the things that I ordered, just in case you guys want to order it for yourself. Moving on. I have a Owner Stinger Treble STY 35MF size 6. Boom, guys. I could do a whole video explaining to you how important it is to change your treble hooks. When you buy a crankbait, when you buy a crankbait, any type of lure with treble hooks, unless it's like a whopper plopper, those trebles are no joke. But if you buy like a regular crankbait, even if it's like, you know, expensive crankbait, what they do is they put all the money into the crankbait itself, the paint job and all that. They give you the crappiest hooks that they can freaking find, I feel like. So I don't believe in sharpening your hooks. You can sharpen them, but when it comes down to it, you're sharpening a crappy hook. So what I do is I replace all my hooks, and ever since I've done this, because I realized that me and a couple other people, we were losing fish. After you catch a couple fish, even if it's sharp, you know, the way they bend out, you know, they don't keep their sharpness. I said you have to replace your trebles. Now you don't have to go out and buy $10 treble hooks. You can get these right here, the Mustad KVD Elite Triple Grip. I got 11 for like $7.99. You can get the 6-pack for like $5. Okay, Owner Stinger is one of the best hooks, but these KVD Triple Threat Elites, I mean, the way that they're coming in, they're stout, they're light. I mean, honestly, guys, and I'm saying since I started changing treble hooks, which has been about, let's say, 3 weeks, I don't think I've lost a bass yet. And and I've caught a lot of bass. Check out my Instagram, Bass Fishing NYC. I post a lot of my bass there. Check me out on Fish Brain. And all those fish were caught with replaced trebles. And I will not, I'm talking about, even if the treble comes out of the fish's mouth, these trebles are so good and so sharp that they'll hook the body or something like that. You just don't lose fish. I mean, every now and then, yeah, you might lose that fish, but when you upgrade your treble hooks, especially to these, the Owner Stinger, I mean, it's over. It's basically over. And you guys know how hard it is to catch a fish. And you guys know how hard it is to to land that fish, much less get it to bite. You don't want to lose that fish because of a little thing that you could have just replaced. A little $6. I know you guys spend $6 at McDonald's. You can spend $6 to change your trouble. I mean, just take the freaking old troubles off, throw them away, and just put on Mustad KVD Triple 30 Elite. Another little trick you can do, if you are fishing a pressured pond, if you are fishing a pressured lake, what I found out is when you order crankbaits, right? Say you order a 1/2 ounce crankbait, they give you huge hooks. They give you like a size 4 hooks. Take those size 4 hooks off, put on a size 6 hook. You'll catch twice as many fish, because when that fish comes up behind that 1/2 ounce crankbait, he sees those huge hooks. You don't need huge hooks to catch an 8-pound fish. These right here have done it. I've proved that. Check out my YouTube, Central Park Monster. I caught it with these hooks right here. He was hooked so good he couldn't go anywhere. You can even catch giants with size 8 hooks. So size 4 is just way too big unless you're throwing a huge swim bait, S-Wave or something like that. But yeah, this is the way to go, guys. Boom. Next thing I got. Let me skip to the chatterbaits. All right, order 2 chatterbaits. Chatterbaits are some of my favorite lures. I was actually at 72nd Street the other day, and with this exact chatterbait, I hooked almost a 4-pound bass, and I ended up losing it about an hour later. So I had to reorder that color for that. 72nd Street, Central Park has some of the most stained, dirtiest water, unlike 110th Street, the Harlem Mirror. So you want to throw very bright colors or very dark colors. So I caught that bass and it's very bright color on my 4th cast at a pretty good spot there, and ended up losing it. So I definitely needed another one. Now, 2 chatterbaits, 3/8 ounce, the original chatterbait. Something about the original just catches a little bit more fish. You know, the hooks, they are gonna get dull, but I mean overall, there's something about them. They just catch bass. You got the chatterbait. Boom, nice, beautiful chatterbait. Now, I ordered some crawls. Okay, these are the Green Pumpkin Biffle Bug Juniors. Okay, these are gonna go on the back of my chatterbaits, but I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. All right, I got Green Pumpkin and I got peanut butter and jelly. So this right here, this chatterbait right here, this dark chatterbait, you're gonna open it up, Biffle Bug. And now everything will be in the description if you want to order these, but I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, you got a Biffle Bug, right? Biffle Bug, Biffle Bug. All right, what you're gonna do is pull this down. Stay with me guys, I'm showing you guys a trick. You wanna slide that in. Okay, bring it out. All right, now look at this. I'm gonna show you a little quick modification. All right, now you want to trim your skirt down right under the hook. Okay, because what's the point of having a trailer if you can't see it? So you want to flip that over, pull it down like this, just take off like 1 inch. Okay, after you do that, on the Biffle Bug, you see the legs of it? You see the legs of it? You want to take this, okay? Take that, rip that off, okay? Now what you're gonna have is these 2 guys right here. These 2 guys right here are gonna give you so much kick, it is gonna catch you so many fish. This thing right here coming through that water is going to catch you so many fish. You can pop it, you can do that slow retrieve, you just drag it on bottom. You can do that slow retrieve and every now and then just kick it. You can do that slow retrieve and stop it and then bring it back up. Whatever you want to do. You can pop it, keep popping it. But this right here, that action, buy one of these, do what I did, and tell me how many fish you catch on that, and tell me that action of it is just, the bass cannot resist it. The chatterbait overall, but with this trailer, the Biffle Bug Junior, take off that little piece, the action is insane. It is insane. Look at it right now, it's kicking like crazy. All right, moving on. I am crazy about line. Line changes everything, guys. Now, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the money to get, you know, some high-end line, you can order cheaper brands. I just like to go with that better brand. Suffix 832 Advanced Super Line, Core Performance Fibers, 8 braided fibers, 32 weaves per inch. I got 15 pound. I got it in the moss green. Okay, my favorite color. I was using the Daiwa J braid. Thing about that, and you can actually look on the reviews and it says it too. I kept getting wind knots. And I showed you in my last video how to, if you ever get a knot, to take it apart. But the J braid was just giving me knots that you cannot take apart. Like, you cannot take them apart. Like, you have to cut your line, and then therefore you're wasting money on line. You know, you could break, once you get a knot and say you do get it out, then that line is kind of nicked up and frayed up. So when you do catch that big one and you break off, I can't afford that. I can't afford to lose big fish. So I went ahead and got this right here, 300 yards. This is going to be my new line. I've used it before. Some of the best line, best braid you can get right here. Boom, boom. All right. So stay tuned. 15 pound. Now, if you do want to go straight floral, boom. I got some of the best fluorocarbon line there is. Now I'm gonna tell you a little trick, guys. Some people say, hey, what do you mean you're throwing 10-pound fluorocarbon? You're gonna break off on a big fish. Well, yeah, you will break off on a big fish if you get the wrong brand of line. Now, say you get a brand like this, or even the yellow label, I forgot what it's called, the Invent INV something. It's the yellow kind. The red and the blue, they're not that great, but the yellow, and this right here is a step above the yellow one. The Seagar, I mean, this right here is no joke. When you buy a line like this, you can afford to go down thinner because it is that much stronger, okay? I've had the yellow label been out a brand new Gamakatsu hook before it broke with 15-pound test, okay? So therefore, what that's telling me is I can throw it on 10-pound test and I won't break. And I've been doing that for the last 3 weeks and haven't broke off on 10-pound fluorocarbon. But what that's doing, it's giving me that many more bites because the fish cannot see my line. You know, I believe that bass are some of the smartest fish in this world, and especially if they've been caught before. They're not just swiping at, especially right now in the winter, they're not just going up and swiping lures. They're checking it out. They're taking a really nice look as they're sitting on bottom, just checking it out. And if they see big knots and swivels and clip-ons and all this huge hooks, I mean, you think they're gonna look up and chase that down and go eat it? No, you have to be as visible as possible. You have to make that fish want to destroy that lure. Just look at it and just say, oh my God, it's so real. Oh my God, come here. Y'all, this is perfect opportunity. You know what I mean? You don't want it to see, oh, well, is that 40-pound rainbow braid? Is that a clip-on with another leader with another huge swivel? And no. The bass see that, okay? If they see the different patterns in your crankbait, you don't think they see the huge hooks and the lines and all that? Think about it. Last things last, I needed a new bait caster. And why not get the Abu Garcia Aura winch? Did I say it right? Yep, Aura winch. Okay? This right here is a great cranking reel. From what I've read, it is one of the best casting reels that they've made. I've just heard this thing go so far. And let me tell you something about far casting. I've been fishing beside guys who were casting pretty far, but I was just chunking it deep out there, right? And I was catching those fish that they were not able to get to because they were throwing short casts. Not short casts, but not really that extra long cast. Okay, it just gives you that better percentage of that hookup. And as you guys know, you don't want to be out there just fishing, not catching fish. When you're throwing those super long casts, you're really whipping that thing out there. I mean, your odds of catching that fish just go way up. Instead of you throwing 40-yard cast, you're banging out 70, 80-yard cast. You know, it just gives you that much more of a hookup. Okay? Now, I got the Abu Garcia Aura winch. This is got some of the best reviews. It's on sale at Tacklewharehouse for $69. Okay, now I'm talking about pros use this when they could be using $500 reels. They're out there throwing this thing. So what does that tell you? It tells you it works. It tells you that it's true. So what it says it does. I just heard 8 bearings. What else? It's got that 5-to-4 gear ratio that's really gonna let you lock that fish in. It's got 15 pounds of drag. So there is no fish taking you for a ride. You are gonna take this right here and just whack him. Everything's gonna be in the description. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for checking my page out. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, shoot me a comment, I will reply. Bass Fishing NYC, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Woo!